It's time for championship racing here at Homestead Miami Speedway, and we welcome everyone to the show right here on Twitch Monster 27. We're gonna have an awesome race. 46 laps on tap for us tonight with a 10-lap overtime, and we look forward to bringing you this race live on your screen today. So we have a lot to talk about. First bit to talk about is, of course, the race between Michael and Skitty Brave. All right, we're back. Oh, sorry for that technical difficulties. But again, we're talking about Michael. Michael sporting his Rolex number 22, two-time or BRL Season 3 champion, going for 2 straight. Now, Michael, of course, looking to try and score a championship here. He's going to need to finish in the top 6 in order to secure this. We've got 8 drivers, so you think, man, this should be really, really easy, but it may not be that easy. We know mistakes can happen, and if they do, it's going to lead to this guy winning a championship. Skitty Brave hunting for his first, not only his first championship, but his first win in the series. Can he get it done? He's going to start outside front row. Back in black, also in the hunt for a championship. He's going to need Michael to DNF. He's going to need Skitty Brave to DNF, and he's also going to have to win the race to even have a shot at winning a championship. So it's a shot in the dark, but it's the one he's willing to take. Beloved car going to be 4th place here. Looking good. Battle for the top 10. So let's talk about battle for the top 10 real quick. All these drivers here looking to try and secure that spot. Hyundai looking to try to get in. We're approaching the start-finish line, so let's get you rolling as we ride on board. Who's going to take home the title? We'll find out tonight. Green flags in the air. Homestead, we're racing. All right, well, lap 1 complete under green. We already got our first drive, major drive off as everyone's rolling off course here. Oh, big wreck in the back. That's Beloved? No, that's not Beloved. That is NBA Jam. Way off course, hard into the wall. Let's see what his, no, he is out. Jam is out, 100% engine damage. He is DNF. Caution flag flies after 1 lap of green. And that's the difficult part about running here at this racetrack. It's just so difficult. And that's one of the reasons why right there is that, you know, you just can drive off so easily. So, all right, so let's look at our running order so far. I'm sure that pit road will be closed this time around. Let's look at our running order. First place, Apex Blade. We know Apex can get away with these races really, really quickly. So again, up front, and would have liked to see if what it would have looked like having Eagles there battling. He didn't show up today, so we got Apex in the lead. That creates a challenge for Michael sitting second place to try and score the win. I'm sure he didn't want to see that guy up front. We'll see if he can contain it. Skitty Brave, third place, exactly where he needs to be. Able to avoid the carnage. They're going to fake for pit road. Able to avoid the carnage. We do have one going down pit road. Back in black in fourth place. So Chase Contenders right up front. And then Pika going to round out the top 5. Now, we've had our first DNF. That's NBA Jam. We also had Rick and Morty lag out. So what does that mean? What that means is that it's more of a challenge to win a title for Skitty Brave. Skitty Brave is going to have to rely on something happening to Michael at some point in his race that's going to cause him to fall further back and finish outside of the top 6. Well, it's hard to do when there's only 7 cars. So that's going to be the tough part. So right now you're looking at a major catastrophe has to happen, or a potential lag out situation, and then hoping that everybody else finishes the race, because if not, then Michael still has a chance to win the championship. Also left shift gears a little bit as they prepare to double up here on the backstretch. Sitting in 7th place right now is the 51 of Hyundai. Now, Hyundai's got some spots to make up as Hyundai sits 12th place and outside of the top 10. So the question is, can he make it inside of the top 10 in this race? Now, he's got the benefit of a few people not showing up. Rave Ty being one of those people did not show. Ennard Caesar did not show. So no one really from the back end except for Rick and Morty is going to have the opportunity to overtake him. And then up top, you do have Apex Blade and NBA Jam that are here. So it's going to be real important for Hyundai to have a good start. Let's get you back to the action as we get ready to go. Green flag once again on board with Skitty Brave. Here we go, approaching the start finish line for our first restart of the race of the season. Green flag. And off course in the turn number 1. And the 22's around. Hard contact. The 1 slams into him. And we got another caution. Another caution. Let's see the damage models for these guys. No damage there. How about Beloved with a hard hit with the front end? Yeah, he's definitely got damage. And just like that, what I tell you, Michael turned around, look at the damage. Boy, that is scary. If you are a Chase Contender, that is scary. And it all happened in that bottleneck into turn 1. So expect more of that as time goes along. Definitely expect more of that. Up front, Apex Blade leading the charge, racking up those laps led. All right, so as they pace around this racetrack, you can expect hard battling. You can expect some contact. You can expect some cautions. A, this is a tight road course, so you're going to see that contact all through the race. But then B, there's a lot at stake, especially for these chase drivers. And let's talk about that. Well, I'll tell you, it seems like everything's happening right when I went live. Let's get back to the racing. Green flag, Apex versus Skitty. And looking back at Black, hard charging down into turn one, barrel, and a spin. And Skitty's off, the 87's off, the 9 is off, 23 makes heavy contact. Now, I don't think that's gonna be enough to be a caution as they just ran off course with minimal contact there. So, but that's really gonna hurt the 45 who's in the chase because his contender Michael is up front. And Michael's trying to run away because Apex is a coming. Into the hard right-hander, tight road course as they head back onto the NASCAR banking, the oval banking, and into 3 and 4. And in goes Michael, hard to break his own. 51's gonna overshoot. Hard into the wall he goes. And that is not, and the 9 is in. What is going on with that turn? The 51 DNF. Caution's gonna fly. And the 9 is DNF. So both Back in Black and the 51 of Hyundai DNF. And what does that mean? That means for Hyundai, because of the presence of NBA Jam, well, he DNF. Pickle is still there. It just means that these guys, as the 51 has just absolutely lost it here. As he goes around backwards on the track, it just means that these guys are done. an insane deal as all these DNFs occur. And what does that mean? Well, that means that in order for Skitty to win the championship at this point, it's going to mean that Michael's going to have to DNF. Now, it is possible. It is definitely possible that Michael DNFs out of this race, but if he does not, even if he lags out, what this means is that Michael is going to win this championship. So we still have a lot of laps to go here at Homestead. So pay close attention to that as we go along. It's definitely going to be an interesting event, but a lot of pressure now is taken off of Michael. Now he just needs to run his race, take his time, and make sure there are no mistakes. And for the 45 now, that means that he's going to have to put pressure on Michael to get him to make a mistake. Let's see what happens as we prepare for yet another restart. Preparing for yet another restart. It's been a crazy night already on and off the track, let me tell you. But here we go. Another restart, and we're green flag racing. Diving into turn one. This turn has been giving these drivers fits. As you see on your screen, everyone makes it this time. And I mean, you think about it, with the number of cars that we have on the track, if you can't get through it at this point, you probably don't need to be racing. So around they go. Beloved kind of falling off the tail end of this. 87 of Apex trying to get through the field. I think he'll be the ace in the hole, or the joker, I should say, in the hole, as to influence this race because of his speed and ability. As you see him hard charging through the field, setting up Pika. In the meantime, up front is Michael. Second place is Skitty. Off course once again, Skitty Brave, and that is not good. You think about how fewer cars it is on this track, maximizes any mistakes you make on the racetrack because you can just get so spread out at this point, and that's not something that needs to happen if you're Skitty at this point, because Michael and Apex could run away. And that could just be it. Now, it's normal to see these drivers running off course. It's normal to see these drivers cutting the grass and having trouble. This is a tough road course. And we're seeing the effects of that. But Michael right now trying to drive off into the sunset in that Rolex number 22. He's our defending champion, and he's looking to capture number 2, the first to do it back-to-back. Apex 2.5 back. We'll see. Michael cannot make any mistakes. So that one moment he has a feel-good corner headed into turn 1. It could be his last if he's not careful. We'll see what happens. Don't think that it doesn't wear on these drivers to, you know, have such a small field. And to be battling, you know, in this situation with such a small field, I mean, fatigue sets in. You know, it's easy to lose focus. It's late. It's easy to get tired. all these are challenges these drivers are facing as they're racing. So don't think that things cannot get interesting. What's up, Woozy? Out there in the stream. What's up, man? How's it going? Oh, Michael's off course. Just what I talked about right here. Michael's off course. Now he's got to try to get back on course without damaging his car. That getting it rolled down was important. I told you, one feel-good corner could be the difference. Michael could DNF, and if he does, ruin those chances. What does this do? Now Apex is right back in the picture here. I mean, he's got to be careful. Could change everything. What up, Michael? How you doing, man? Just imagine, though, guys, if it was raining. I mean, if it was raining out here, it'd be a big deal. Coming in hot, gets it rolled down. Didn't make the same mistake again. Able to get that car slowed down and in the right position. But look at Apex hanging around. He had Apex beat. And look at Skitty. I mean, man, you gotta feel sick when you talk about, look how far the leader is away from Skitty Brave right now. I mean, you gotta feel sick if you're Skitty Brave, but still an opportunity. We saw Michael drive it off. If he can maintain what he needs to do, let Michael make a mistake. What he needs is help from Apex. If Apex Blade can get up there and put some pressure on Michael, maybe Michael. Oh, speaking of pressure on Michael, Apex Blade assumes the lead. Where's Michael? Michael down below on the lower course of the racetrack. Michael's just DNF'd. Michael has just DNF'd out of this race, and the caution flag flies. Or at least the caution flag should fly. Oh my goodness. Let's see if the caution flag is out. I still see them at speed, so I wonder, the question is, did Michael lag or did he DNF? Caution's out. That was a DNF. Skitty Brave has the opportunity to win this championship. What happened to Michael? What happened? We were just talking about that. Something had to have happened to Michael to change the course of this race. And just like that, we have probably the biggest situation that could happen. I mean, that's incredible. And you know what, Michael? No DNFs all season. I mean, looking strong, looking good. And just like that, things could change for the worse. And that's what we have seen. Now, guys, as exciting as that can be, is we got 4 drivers left in this race. As exciting as that could be. Oh, man. And Michael says he DNF'd, controller went off on him. Oh, my goodness. That has got to be frustrating. So, what does that mean? It's not over yet, guys. It's not over yet. Skinny Brave has still got to come out here. He's got to finish this race. And we've seen turn one take drivers out. So, let's break it down. Right now, as of right now, Skinny Brave has won this championship. However, if Skitty were to DNF, Michael would win the championship. So, Skitty Brave, if he lags out, he has a better opportunity of winning a title. Or he still has an opportunity, I should say, of winning a title if he lags out. But if he were to DNF also, Michael would still win it. So I'm sure Michael would love to see Skitty DNF that thing. I'm pretty sure he would. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But wow, what a turnaround of events here. And I mean, just this is why you race. This right here is why you race. You know, you think about it, was only there's only a few cars on the track, and you know, I mean, you think, well, Michael was blowing the doors off of everyone as usual, and you know, there's no reason to really run the race. Some may feel, you know, not enough cars after the wreck DNF, so the 51, the 9, the 92. And some people may feel, well, you know, it's not enough cars. It's, you know, it's why do it? But this is why you race right here, because you never know. The unexpected could happen. You just never know. So, now can the 45 survive? Again, if he wrecks out, Michael wins the championship. Let's see what happens as the green flag flies once again here at Homestead. Side by side, there goes Skitty. Hard inside, Skitty Brave gonna take the lead. Apex backs off. They are green. Apex back off. Pika gonna try to go for the lead here. Pika is going for the lead. Side by side right here. Pika trying to come in. There's Apex. Inside. Left side, I should say. Apex showing courtesy to the only standing champion right now as Skitty starts to drive away from the field. Skitty Brave creating some distance. Let's turn on our track map just to see as the 23 goes off track, way off track, and into the wall. Skitty into the grass. He's got to be careful. Get on board Apex as he's putting pressure on Skitty Brave. He's going to take the lead and coming into that right-hander. Skitty's going to surrender. He's going to cross it over. Skitty's going to cross it over. He's battling hard. On that right side, Skitty trying to hang in there in that Toyota. The 87 of Apex in the Ford. Trying to gain some distance as they go into the left-hander. Skitty trying to shoot it just a little bit more. He's going to try to get a run on the outside as they come back onto the oval part of the racetrack, still side by side. Apex on the left, on the bottom. Skitty on the top side. Skitty gonna come down now. He's gonna try to set up for this inside run. They both have to be extremely careful. Skitty could give away the championship. If he's not careful coming down into this corner, he's going to shoot it hard. Hard onto the brakes they go as they come into the left-hander. Skitty in the grass just a little bit, trying to get grip. Apex right there. Now Apex, this is where he is beating Skitty. This is where he was beating Michael around the racetrack, and of course everyone else is right through this infield portion. You just get so much runoff that the other drivers are not able to get, and it's allowing him to set up for corners. He dive bombs that corner, drives it off into the dirt. Skitty is going to regain the lead. Well, that one's over. Now Apex is going to try and look to get that back. He's 2.1 behind and 2.6 ahead of Pika. And Pika just needs to run right now. Pika Fury well inside the top 10, locked in the next season. So far, Beloved, as Skitty had some trouble coming into that corner. But when we look at it, Beloved, Gibson, or Beloved, Pika, Bibbly Bob, Apex, Jam, look like they're in because Rave Ty and Hyundai DNF. So Hyundai's out and gonna have to battle his way back into the series here. But right now, Apex driving hard to try and maintain his position inside of the top 10. Apex still 2.1 behind. Let's go back into the field. Back to see the other drivers here. Beloved just taking his time getting through. Beloved well inside the top 10 and rocking that BRL logo and that #1 CMR Chevrolet. If we were to recap his season, very much so a step back, and literally tell you what, Michael not the only one having controller issues, as my controller's dropping in and out as well. Definitely got to get some new controllers for next season. But anyway, a step back in every race for Michael for Beloved. And it's just going to be a learning process. You learn from your mistakes. You try to move on. Obviously, he's going to have a new teammate next season. It's going to be a new book. He's locked in. So all of that's going for his benefit here. And hopefully he can cap off this season with a finish. Pika, well inside of the top 10. He's going to move on to next season. I thought he was going to be a favorite to push for, the Final Four, close exit out of the Final Four. It didn't work out that way for him this season, but what a way to finish by finishing well inside of the top 10. And then Apex, when you talk Apex, you're talking about a driver that came in relatively few starts. I think this is only his third start of the season, and has just absolutely dominated. A first place, a second place, and sitting here looking to finish second again. Definitely going to be a threat for a championship next season. Without a shadow of doubt, I think he's going to be a championship threat, and it's going to be one that's you're going to have to look out for. Questions like, who is he going to team up with next season? It's going to be curious as well. He's stuck to the Ford most of the season. Will he decide to go with Ford later on? A lot of questions have to be answered here. But our eyes are on Skitty Brave right now. Can Skitty win this championship and win his first race of his career? This being the most important race. We're about to find out. And from Michael, who was no doubt released from the infield care center, he's got to sit and watch every lap as his championship hopes dwindle away off a freak accident that took him out. And I mean, to be flawless the entire season, I mean, when you look at his stats, you're talking 8 wins on the season, 11 top 5s, 11 top 3s, 12 top 5s, and here's the key, here's the kicker, 0, I repeat, 0 DNFs for the season, and yet the first DNF he gets is on championship night. That's got a bite for him, and he's watching a driver who is not won, looking to try to win, go out there and steal this championship away, leading laps, getting bonus points, pulling ever further away. Now again, let's break this down. If Skitty Brave DNFs out of this race, Michael will win the championship. But that is the only way that Michael will win the championship this season. And oh no, Skitty almost overdrove the corner. And I'm telling you, it's mistakes like that that will be the difference. That's what I was just about to say. It's not over yet. Apex Blade assumes the lead. It's not over yet, guys. It's really, really not. Skitty could make a mistake, and that mistake could be the difference between him and Michael winning a championship. I'm going to be honest with you. If I were Skitty Brave, I'd kind of put things in perspective. Do I want to win the race, try to win a race, or do I want to try to win the championship? And I would say championship. So, you know, to be honest, I would back all the way off. I'd be running back there with Beloved. I would take my time. I'd let Apex drive away with it. No, it's probably not the best for us fans that are watching. It's not best for the viewers at home. But I'm going to tell you something. I want that championship, and I don't want mistakes, potential mistakes, to rob me of that opportunity. So I'd probably lay off. But Skitty being hungry as Apex drives it off just a little bit, Skitty's going to retake the lead. And not going to lock it up this time. I'm telling you, all it takes is one little hiccup there, and you're talking about game-changing consequences because of it. We're on lap 25 of 47. So a little less than 20 to go here. So still, it's a marathon. And it's not supposed to be easy. And so what you're going to see for these drivers is not necessarily, obviously the effects of having a lot of drivers on the racetrack. You're not going to have that. As Skitty Brave they had to power it down quite a bit to get through that corner. But look, you're not going to have that issue. The issue is going to be quite the opposite. The issue is going to be that you're not battling, that you're not pushing, that there's not a lot of cars on the racetrack. There's not a lot of chatter on the radio. There's not a lot of things to be done. And you can very easily fall asleep. You can very easily fall asleep mentally. And maybe even physically for these drivers. They could fall asleep, and if they do, make a big mistake, a game-changing mistake that could change the culture of this season. For Skitty, that would mean losing the championship. For Apex, that would mean, DNF and throw it out the caution. For Pika, it could mean, slipping just a little bit in the points, possibly even falling out of the top 10. For Beloved, that would mean yet another DNF losing momentum that you could carry on the next season. As they are in the grass again, Skitty has it wide open. And Apex is going to capitalize on any mistake that he's going to make. Never mind. That corner has really been getting it. So here he goes, taking the right-hander. Nice run as he uses the track, using the rumble strip here. Gets a little run off there. Now, we almost saw him tear up the car here. Let's see what he can do. He hard on the brake. As he comes down, Apex gonna cut that corner just a little bit. Off into the grass, heavy into the grass, tearing up the cone. I mean, cones didn't do nothing to you, Apex. What in the world? Anyway. Skitty Bravers. We got Beloved, I believe, in pit road here. And here we go, 45 in the braking zone. Oh no, Apex off. Apex off, can he get it stopped? He smacks the wall. Apex Blade smacks the wall. Let's see how much damage. Not that much. Not that much damage here. Other question, is he gonna call the caution? I don't see a reason why as he pulls off the track here. But he does not, I repeat, does not have 100% engine. But we lose him anyway. And that's gonna throw out our caution? Potentially. So let's see what happens here as we lose yet another. I believe maybe we lost him to, hey, you know what? I'm tired. You won. I'm going. I'm saying goodnight. Which is within his right to do. That's fair to do, but that's going to cause a caution to fly in this race if so. So we'll see. And that allows Beloved to hang in there. Right now, Beloved's going to get his first top 3 of the season, if indeed the caution comes out. And I don't see why it wouldn't with Apex gone. You're watching championship action tonight. BRL will crown a champ tonight. This is championship night right here at Homestead at the Roval. And very anticlimactic. You know, last time we had a championship race, the race a couple seasons back, the one that Ghost Train won, it was a race similar to this as we ran out there in France, and that race was not fun. It was not fun. It was a tough road course. It was not fun. And here, Pika, second place right now. He's going to get a top 3 if he can hang in there and finish well. We did not start with 3 cars, guys. We started with a field of 10, and we very quickly dwindled down to what we have now. Taking the corner very easy. Now he's got the double left-hander. Got a little lag. Now he's going to take that right-hander. And now back onto the back stretch here. And you know, you think you could take these corners a little faster. These are some tricky corners here at Homestead, especially turn 1 and then the turn, making that left-hander up back onto the oval. Both of those really, really tricky corners. And you see the 23 off track. Now he's gonna drive it down in here. Now, we've never had a situation occur, but it is possible with the number of drivers we have that we have a winner by default. And I mean, that would mean that every driver except for one would DNF out of this race. So it's not at all not possible. Someone can make a mistake and drive it off course. Never happened in BRL, and really, truly, even in KMR, it never happened. But it's not to say that it can't ever happen. So let's kind of recap the season. Starting at Daytona, we had an awesome Daytona race, and Frosty was able to win the BRL 500. And then each round we had a different winner until you know who showed up. Yeah, that's right, Michael. Michael showed up, and then after that it was the Michael show for much of the season. But then we got late into the season, and new drivers started to filter in. And then we started to have winners from people like Gibson, Hyundai, Eagles, and Apex, who you saw DNF on your screen as well. These drivers all came in and provided competition and much and fun for you guys as viewers, but also for the drivers out there on the racetrack that were chasing for a championship. It definitely proved to be treacherous and difficult for these drivers as they fought and battled this new talent. So next season should be really, really fun as many of these drivers return. Those locked into next season especially able to return and battle for a championship from the start of the season. And you can't say enough about this 45 team with Skitty Brave. My favorite to win the championship really from the start of the season. I always said he was my guy. He was my guy. This is the reason why. I mean, I've so much growth from the start of the season till now. So much growth in progress in maturity on the racetrack as he, worked to try and secure his name. I mean, unable to get to victory lane all season, but always knocking on the door. And I say, if you are knocking on the door, if you keep knocking on the door, eventually that door will answer. You will come in, it will answer. As he comes down pit road, he's going to get service, fuel, and tires, and go back out. Keep knocking on the door, it's gonna open up for you. And so that's what's happening here. Is Pika gonna take the lead and gonna lead some laps, get a bonus point or two. Pika Fury, you hear him trying to rev match the downshifts there to keep from chattering the tires. Now, here's what you want to keep an eye on with Skitty Brave. He just came out of pit road, so those braking zones change with fresh tires. So let's see how he does as he gets up to speed. Let's see how he handles these braking zones. And this is chances for mistakes here in this race. Riding along with the money lion. 4511 Toyota. I mean, he had to battle so much to get to this point, battling not having a teammate, battling coming in and starting a new team, battling once again not having a teammate as Pika goes into pit road, battling Michael race in and race out, battling his own mistakes. I mean, he's come so far and done so much as he regains the lead here. And I mean, you can't say enough about what he's done this season, and well-deserved championship. If he can hold on, it definitely is as we approach the 10 to go mark. Able to run through and run well as he gets those tires up to temp. And Gonna come in here to the left-hander to get back onto the oval. Looking good. All right, so Skitty looks like he is well on his way to a championship and to a race win, as he is 10.5 seconds and counting on Pika Fury. And drives it off. Can't be doing that. And somehow still gains a little bit of time on Pika. When he crosses the line, it'll be 11 to go in this race. $11 to go. So still a little bit of time, but I know as this race continues, he's getting more and more excited about what is transpiring right now. If you want a recap of the race this season, be sure to check us out on YouTube. Stream Monster 27. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit those notifications so that you'll know when new content is posted. Leave a thumbs up. Let me know that you enjoyed the races that you watch, as all of BRL from its inaugural season all the way here till season 4 are posted. If you are new to the channel, please be sure to hit that follow button, hit those notifications. Be sure to tune in whenever we go live, as we have various content, but we have various content, but we like to focus on our stock car series BRL and our racing series KMR that's over on iRacing when we get that platform restarted and stable. So check us out. We have content even during the week, through the week, as we update points and talk about things going on around the league. So check us out. Be sure you are a follower of the series. We started this race with, as that's lag for sure, we started this race with 9 drivers. We are going to end this race with 3 drivers. You ask yourself, how does that happen? Well, we had wrecks. We had a lot of wrecks. And these corners are not barrier. There's no safer barrier. So when you hit these corners, you hit them a ton, they break your car, and that's what's happened to the field. And Pika not gaining any headway, not losing time either. He's really steady at 10.5, but that's as far as he's gone so far. He's been unable to make up any time on Skitty Brave. So it just goes to show Skitty is in the zone right now. And I mean, goodness, 125 seconds. I mean, beloved, as he is in the grass. In the grass again. Gotta be careful. Wow. That was close. Could have been a DNF right there, and that would have been interesting. Pika versus Skitty. That'd have been interesting. Gotta be careful there. And taking his time, getting into turn one. No need to push things. Take your time and get into that corner and make sure that you don't tear up the car. And bring that CMR Chevrolet home. Skitty looking good. And interestingly enough, even though there are only a few cars, Skitty Brave is facing lap traffic. Isn't that something as time winds down on not only this race but this season? This has been an awesome season, and I hope that the drivers, I would love to have all of the drivers back that ran in this season to be back for next season. It was so exciting, especially towards the end, having 14, 15, 16 drivers to load in and put on a show here as Skitty's trying to get around Beloved. Beloved's just gonna pull it over. But just to have that was so fun. And so next season, you know, more of the same as hopefully these drivers return. Right now we're looking at a late February restart here. A late February, early March restart to the series. Whenever the series goes into an off season, it goes into about a 3.5 month off season. So we'll see what happens after that. You know, we'll make sure that oh my God! Okay, he didn't damage the car. We saw him go way off. I mean, it just goes to show that it's possible to make mistakes, tear up that car. So that's why we are still running. We are not just handing the championship away. You're still going to have to earn it. But Skitty is doing exactly that, man. He is earning it, but whenever we go into an off season, we try to take some time, you know, away from racing and kind of, because, you know, we run so late and everything, just kind of take that off season. I think that, you know, hopefully the platform and this will be stable enough and we'll be able to go racing and enjoy ourselves. So we'll see what happens in a couple months. Don't forget, to our drivers out there, that the All-Star race will be in 2 weeks. That will be part of the offseason. So it won't be a situation where, you know, we won't. It's not a situation where we won't be running. Like, it doesn't extend the season. It will be in the off season, and it's voluntary. We would like to see we'd like to see when, you know, these drivers you know, get the opportunity to run. We like to see everyone run, but we understand it's voluntary. If you choose to participate, nice. If not, it just makes it easier to crown a champion of the team points. So 42, these laps counting down. Skitty Brave doing what he needs to do to try and win a championship. Laps are counting down. Celebration is prepared. And see, this is, you know, I mean, he's still got a few laps to go now. I mean, he's coming up, you know, 43. He's got about 5 to go. And he's going to have, or 4 to go, I should say, but he's going to have to be really, really careful, because this is the time right here where Skitty could make a mistake, because you get excited. You're at the end of the race. You know, all that you've accomplished this season culminates into this right here. And it's so easy to fall asleep. To say, hey, yes, we did it. We won this championship. All I got to do is get through this track one more time and skid off the track into the wall and give away this title. Almost like what happened. Oh, see, locking up the brakes there. Right on cue. And, I mean, it just kind of reminds me of what happened. I can't remember what year it was, but when LeBron James, for those that follow basketball, when LeBron James went to the Miami Heat and they were in their, I think, second playoff run. They had lost to Dallas the season before, and now they are playing against the San Antonio Spurs with Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Monty Ginobili, and many others. And oh, off the track again. He's going to have to be careful now. The danger again is not Pika. Pika's 19 seconds back. The danger is the wall. Driving off and carrying enough momentum that he slams the wall and DNFs the car. So he's going to have to calm down, as I know he sees the laps counting down and he's getting anxious in that car. But he's going to have to be careful, because, again, the analogy, LeBron James and the Miami Heat go in. San Antonio thinks, hey, we've got this game won, the championship's won. They're rolling out the T-shirts that say Spurs are the champion, and Miami goes on this huge run, and then there at the end, Ray Allen hits that corner 3 to win the championship for the Heat. Or, you know, in another game. So, I mean, you can't rest. You can't think I got it, because, you know, it's going to prove you wrong. Skitty Brave. We've been focused on him because he is, as of right now, our champion. He's got 2 to go. He's got 2 to go as he comes around here. Skitty Brave. Can't say enough about him. When he first entered the league, he ran mid-pack to back of the pack. DNF several races. You know, then the next season he showed a little bit more speed, a little bit more promise in season 2, and we noticed a trend that came even into this season, was that he started strong, or he finished strong, but he started weak, and that's what we saw out of Skitty Brave in season 2. By the end of season 2, he was on a roll, finishing top 5s, top 3s, but by that point he was eliminated. Season 3 he started to kind of culminate a better playoff run, but disappointing finishes toward the end had him eliminated. Now here he is in season 4 with a good, strong start, and with 2 to go, looking to cap off an amazing season with not only his first win in BRL, but his first championship. as he takes the corners. So let's ride along with him here in a little bit. We'll ride along with him as he does this. And I mean, he's got to be so delicate because he doesn't want to make a mistake at this point. Everything's riding on this. Again, if he were to DNF, Michael wins the championship. So he cannot DNF as he rounds 3 and 4 for the NASCAR series, the oval banking. And we'll ride along with him. White flag is in the air one more time around for our champion. Taking his time on the brakes. And I mean, no rush, no pressure. Looking good. Guys, congratulate your winner. You can do it in the chat there as it comes up on lap traffic. Was beloved, the epitome of taking this time, is about to be lapped once again. Skitty Brave. It's been an incredible journey, and only a couple more corners before his journey is over and we crown ourselves a new champion. Coming out of that difficult road course, now it's just getting through these last 2 corners. Can he get it done? Of course he can. Skitty Brave. Skitty Brave started this race winless and in a quest for a championship. He ends this race a winner, both the race, and we have crowned ourselves a champion. Congratulations to the 45 team. And I'm sure he can't put in words, as for the first time ever, he gets to burn it down. And I mean burn it to the ground. Our champion of the series locks himself in to next season, locks himself in to the #1 spot at Daytona. Pico was able to finish second place. And we're going to go ahead and talk to Beloved, who, once he gets done with this lap, we'll talk to Beloved car. But, I mean, what a victory. What a race for the 45 team. And I know for many of you at home, this wasn't the most glamorous of races. Obviously, a lot of carnage early led to a lot of cars being taken out, but what this means, you know, to him as he is Beloved now finishes an incredible journey. And let's now talk to Beloved car. We got Beloved car joining us up here. You finished third out of 3 cars left, man. But this caps off a season. Obviously, what do you take from this season, from this race, that you can carry on to next season?
Gotta be better and faster.
Gotta be better, gotta be faster. I mean, you were able to survive this race. What was it like out there watching the carnage of drivers around you tearing up their cars and falling out left and right?
Oh, I have no idea, man. I'm just glad I had a chance to actually finish the race.
I heard that, man. Well, it's certainly been a great season overall. We appreciate all you did for us this season, man. And for the final time, we got to ask the question, man, who you got to thank?
All my sponsors, CMR, you. If it wasn't for you who invited me NASCAR 14, then I don't even know what I'd be doing right now.
Man, it has been a blast to have you with us. Whether it's been KMR or BRL, it's been a blast, beloved. And we will see you next season.
Yes, sir.
That was the driver of the #1 CMR Chevrolet for the final time. We get a chance to talk with him. Let's talk now to Pika. We got Pika here with us. Pika, be sure to include your audio, man. Well, it's over, man. Take us through that really quickly. I mean, there were cars. It was almost like somebody sprayed Raid in the middle of a wasp nest, and wasps were just falling left and right, man. Just kind of take us through that and what you were able to do to survive.
Well, I kept dropping, kind of saying something, kept my nose clean, stayed away from people. Tex left, which, you know, unfortunately, because I wish he could have raced Skitty more, and I could have caught him, but every time I would go to catch Skitty, I'd mess up, which, that's what happens. Oh well, push the car too hard. But, other than that, good day. Very good day. Good late second. Unfortunate that there weren't more cars running at the end, but that's what happens.
Yeah, definitely. Now, with this finish, caps off and a great run to the back half of the season where you were able to finish top 10. So what can you take from this race or this season that can help you to prepare for BRL S5?
Pretty much not push the car so hard. Not push the car so hard. Maybe if I do that, I won't actually, I won't drive up.
Got you, man. Well, for the final time this season, man, we'll get you out of here. Who you got to thank?
I want to thank Slay because he's the one that got me in the league. I want to thank everybody else who actually, let me stay in the league. And I want to thank Skitty and Lever for not, at least when they were near me, not wrecking me.
Got you, man. We appreciate you having you in the league, man. It's been a pleasure. You're definitely a great talent. We look forward to seeing that on display as you chase the championship next season.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that was Pika, and now we've got to talk to our champion. We got to talk to our champion right now, man. I mean, I don't think right now he can put in words what just happened. I mean, I know he is excited to have done this. And so we will talk to our champion, Skitty Brave. Congratulations, champion of the BRL series here at Homestead, Miami. Man, how you feeling? And as he types in his response, I mean, I tell you, there's no better feeling than being the top of anything, of any series, man. There's no better feeling than being on top of the world, and that's where he is right now. Finally, I won. I didn't want to win like that. I tell you what, man. Yeah, I understand how you feel, man. But you know, honestly, even though that happened, you still had to go out there and get it. Now, there were a few times you ran off track, especially one time where you ran way off the grass, off into the grass there. Did that scare you a bit? What was the biggest challenge for you in this race? Turn 1 was my biggest challenge and driving off course. Oh yeah. Yeah, we saw that quite a bit. We saw that quite a bit with you driving it off course, but you were able to turn that tide around and be able to drive yourself to a championship, man, and it's been a pleasure to watch you. Now, for the sake of time and the fact that you typing everything in, we will stop our interview right here, but we look forward to seeing you next season as you defend your championship. But in the meantime, enjoy it. You've earned it, as you have fought hard to get where you are right now, and now our series champion. Thank you very much, Skitty Brave. And so, guys, that has been the BRL championship race. So what did you witness? Well, you witnessed drivers making mistakes. You witnessed big wrecks early. And you also witnessed the crowning of a champion. Skitty Brave is season 4 championship. So tune in this week as we finalize the points and see where our drivers fall at the end of the season. Don't forget that in 2 weeks, so not this coming Friday, but next Friday, we will have the running of our All-Star event. That will be in the middle of the off-season, and then we will not have any more BRL action for this season. We will have some off-season action, and then we will prepare for the start of season 5. Scheduled release will be sometime in the middle of the off season. So to find out what's going on and everything, you're just gonna have to tune in. You're just gonna have to tune in whenever we go live here on Twitch Monster 27. We want to thank everyone who followed us throughout the season. It's been a joy to watch these drivers put their talents on display week in and week out. We want to thank all of our drivers that are in the series. We want to thank Michael, Skitty Brave, Back in Black, Frosty. We want to thank Beloved, Gibson, Pika, Bibbly Bob, Apex, NBA Jam, Rave Tie, Hyundai, Inner Season, Maryland, Eagles, Sniper World, and the list goes on. Thank you all of our drivers for participating this season in BRL to make it what it was this season. And we hope to see you guys back soon. From Sam Cook and Twitch Monster 27, whether you're on the East Coast or West Coast, anywhere in between, we bid you a good night.